Title: Mastering Your Life with the Wisdom of Sun Tzu. Chapter 1: The Dawn of a Strategist. Sun Tzu, the legendary author of The Art of War, lived in the spring and autumn period of ancient China, a time of relentless conflict among feudal states. His writings, more than a manual for war, became an enduring guide for navigating the complex battles of life, business, and personal growth. In a single short line, he told us that victorious warriors win first and then go to war, underscoring the power of preparation and foresight. Picture Sun Tzu in the quiet of his garden, watching the subtle movement of wind and leaf. He observed that a true strategist must sense the invisible currents that shape outcomes. This principle, attuning to subtle cues, translates to today's world. Read the market shifts, listen closely to your team, and anticipate obstacles before they become crises. From his first chapter, Laying Plans, we learn the importance of intelligence and planning. Sun Tzu wrote, "All warfare is based on deception." In the modern context, deception here means presenting a clear vision that is simple on the surface, yet layered with flexibility behind the scenes. For example, when launching a product, present a bold, unique selling point, but internally keep agile development pipelines ready to pivot to customer feedback. Key takeaways. 1. Preparation precedes action. Gather intelligence before you commit. 2. Stay mindful of hidden currents, market trends, team morale, personal energies. 3. Use clarity as a strategic facade while maintaining hidden adaptability. If you are enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe for more inspirational journeys. Reflective question. How have you applied Sun Tzu's principle of winning before you fight in a recent personal or professional challenge? Chapter 2: The 5 Pillars of Sun Tzu's Philosophy. Sun Tzu distilled the art of war into 5 core principles that remain equally potent today. Knowledge of self and enemy, careful strategy, decisive timing, disciplined organization, and adaptive terrain. 1. Know yourself and know your enemy. You can fight and win captures the timeless necessity of self-assessment and understanding competition. In business, it means conducting a thorough SWOT analysis each quarter, not just for your company, but for the marketplace. 2. Strategy is not arbitrary, it is a calculated path. Sun Tzu advised, "He will win who knows the enemy's strategies." Adopt this by monitoring industry benchmarks, learning from competitors' campaigns, and building your model accordingly. 3. Timing is everything. Sun Tzu declared, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." In corporate terms, sometimes the best move is to launch a product at the peak of public interest when competitors are still regrouping. 4. Discipline is the backbone of successful execution. As he said, there can be no victory without discipline. Establish clear metrics, hold regular reviews, and enforce accountability. 5. Terrain is the environment in which strategies play out. Whether it is market conditions, regulatory frameworks, or organizational culture, adapt your approach to fit the landscape. Concrete example: a startup applies the Know Yourself principle by mapping out its core competencies, agile development, user-centered design, and then surveys the market to identify competitors' weaknesses, such as slow response times. Aligning its strategy with this knowledge, the startup introduces a rapid prototype platform, winning market share before rivals can react. Key takeaways. Continuous learning about oneself and the environment is the foundation of success. Strategic alignment with competitor behavior creates opportunities to outmaneuver them. Efficient use of timing reduces friction, allowing victories with minimal conflict. Like, share, and subscribe for more timeless insights. Reflective question. In what ways can you better align your strategy with a deep understanding of both your strengths and your competitors' strategies? Chapter 3: Sun Tzu in Action, Lessons from Classic Battles. Sun Tzu's greatest mastery lay in applying these principles to real battles, and history is full of examples that still mirror our corporate world. The Battle of Mui shows how he used deception and terrain to overwhelm a larger army. He pretended to withdraw deliberately, luring the enemy into a vulnerable position before striking decisively. Modern marketers mimic this by creating a false scarcity of a product, generating hype, then releasing the full version with enhanced features. Another vivid story is his counsel to King Wukong, a strategic pivot to use existing allies strategically. Sun Tzu advised choosing reliable allies, avoiding entanglements with unreliable ones. In today's business, this translates to picking the right partners for mergers, joint ventures, or supply chains, those whose values align with your vision, not just their market power. Applying these stories at a personal level can transform your career. For instance, if you want to secure a promotion, perform the intelligence gathering. Talk to peers, understand the senior leadership's priorities, and align your contributions accordingly, just as Sun Tzu aligned his forces with the terrain of the battlefield. Concrete example: a mid-level manager wants to launch an internal initiative. He first maps out the organizational climate, terrain, consults with allies in adjacent departments' allies, and frames the proposal in a way that directly addresses the company's strategic objectives, intelligence, thereby winning support swiftly. Key takeaways: tactical deception can turn a disadvantage into an advantage. Leveraging alliances thoughtfully amplifies your impact. Mastery of your environment equips you to anticipate and respond to challenges. Like, share, and subscribe for more actionable strategies. Reflective question: when faced with a seemingly larger challenge, how might you reframe the situation to your advantage using Sun Tzu's principles of deception and terrain? Chapter 4: Sun Tzu in the Age of Digital Transformation. In the digital age, the battlefield is the marketplace, virtual landscapes, and networked communities. Sun Tzu's emphasis on strategy, adaptation, and disciplined execution offers a blueprint for success. Strategy: use data analytics as your intelligence. By mining customer behavior and competitor moves, you create a dynamic strategy that evolves with the market. Timing: digital products thrive on rapid iteration. Adopt a lean startup mindset, release minimum viable products, gather user insights, and iterate. This mirrors Sun Tzu's win before you fight by staying ahead of competitors' release cycles. Discipline, automation, and KPIs enforce consistency. Set clear metrics, engagement rates, churn, conversion, and hold your team accountable. Adaptability: the user interface is today's terrain. Be ready to pivot your design, messaging, or channels to suit shifts in user preferences, just as Sun Tzu adjusted his tactics to terrain changes. Concrete examples: a SaaS company implements real-time dashboards that track feature adoption. When a new feature seeps rapidly into a competitor's offering, the team can quickly adjust pricing or augment with complementary tools. A marketing firm runs A/B tests on ad copy, learning from data to create highly tailored messaging that resonates with specific personas, thereby reducing outreach friction. Key takeaways: data is the modern intelligence engine. Let it guide you. Rapid iteration and disciplined execution turn ideas into market leaders. Flexibility keeps you competitive against evolving digital terrains. Like, share, and subscribe for more modern applications of timeless wisdom. Reflective question: how can you operationalize Sun Tzu's principles to stay ahead in the constantly shifting digital landscape? Chapter 5: The Legacy of Sun Tzu, Empowerment for Life. Sun Tzu's teachings transcend war. They illuminate how to live a life of purpose, resilience, and continual growth. His mantra, "The greatest victory is that which requires no battle," reminds us that true success comes from mastering ourselves before confronting external challenges. Practical takeaway: commit to daily reflection, a habit Sun Tzu might have used to review each plan's execution. Write down 3 tasks you will accomplish tomorrow, assess potential obstacles, and outline proactive responses. This turns ambiguity into clarity, allowing you to move forward with calm intent. Concrete practice: 1. At the start of each week, chart your key objectives and the resources you need. 2. Identify potential enemy, internal barriers like procrastination, and devise strategies to outmaneuver them. 3. Review outcomes, adjust your approach, and celebrate small wins to build momentum. Final reflections: Sun Tzu teaches that true mastery is achieved by understanding oneself, preparing strategically, timing wisely, and staying disciplined while adapting to the environment. These same steps empower you to win in business, relationships, and personal growth. By living these principles, you position yourself to turn every challenge into an opportunity for triumph. If this journey has inspired you, like, share, and subscribe to keep exploring powerful lessons from history. Reflective question: in what specific area of your life can you apply the principle of winning without fighting to achieve your most challenging goal?